I ended up just dropping out in the middle of the semester. Hey! Where'd my water go? Generally, where'd my water go? Ooh, my cat's just knocked over my coffee. Where's my water? Can I stop losing everything? I'm thirsty. Oh, I found a water. That's fine. Hey everyone. Hey. Okay, so today I decided I should finally introduce myself and give you a little bit of information about me because I haven't really done that. So you're kind of just watching videos of my life without any context, which I feel like is kind of confusing, and I could be kind of a confusing person. Hence, majority of the content I create is like not coherent. I'm gonna try to work on that. I do love editing and I do love making videos. It's very fun for me. So today we're gonna speed do my makeup. We were going to have a full 30 minutes, but now we have 19 minutes because my kitties decided to knock over my coffee. So that's wonderful. I'm hoping that you can see me well. I have a ring light now. I'm kind of nauseous at the moment, but we prevail. We prevail. So first I'm going to cover my pimple so she doesn't get any more irritated. Actually, do I need to explain my makeup? Do y'all care? Drunk Elephant, which when I run out I might switch to e.l.f. because it's so much cheaper and it's literally the exact same thing. But anyway, so my name is Laura Bogdansky. I am 21 years old. I am currently living in North Carolina. I dropped out of college. So I never really knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I kind of felt a lot of pressure from like peers, teachers, parents, and just people in my life to kind of be like, hey, you need to go to college and you need to figure out what you want to do. I was like, ooh, I have no idea. I've always loved English, but I don't want to be a teacher, and you know, what I would want to do with English is not a job and I would make no money, and then I'd be really, really down bad. I switched my major, so starting with college, I did my freshman year. I went a little cray bananas, as one does. I came from a pretty sheltered home, so I never really drank before or done anything like that, and my freshman year I had a lot of embarrassing interactions at parties and stuff, you know, drinking all that juice. Yeah, freshman year. I kind of lost. Oh my god, my kitty. Me cuckoo. Me cuckoo. So I went a little bit crazy, and I kind of had an identity crisis. I was like, in high school, I kind of was just figuring out who I am. Hi, baby girl. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the kitties. But in high school, I kind of was starting to figure out who I knew, especially my senior year. I felt way more confident in who I was, like, kind of had a good game plan for life and everything. And part of it was because I had my best friend around. She just made everything seem like it's going to be okay, and honestly, I miss her so much. And like, anyway, we can go into that a whole other time. She's the one who was in the beach day video. That's my best friend Nikkei. She now lives very far away from me, but I love her, and I'm so grateful she was there for me my senior year because it taught me a lot of growth. Back to college. Definitely having a midlife crisis. I joined a sorority. I started dressing not like my typical self. I was just like really confused in my sexuality. Like, I was kind of hiding it, and it was not good. I was having breakdowns like all the time. I was in really bad situationships that kind of like put a really bad mental toll on me, and I was just like not having the best time ever, but at the same time I was, because I had that freedom. I come back my sophomore year, and I'm living in this apartment now, and things were like pretty good. Me and my best friend Kennedy got really close that year. We kind of hung out like every day, so that was really nice to have her around and stuff. But sophomore year wasn't too bad. It was just like I kind of felt myself slowly start to decline and not really know what I want to do. And that year I think I changed my major like 3 times. I finally decided on recreation management, which I love the outdoors. It sounds so cool and fun, you know, like working in the outdoor industry my whole life. But as I like did the classes and stuff, I kind of realized this is really cool, but I don't know if I'll actually get a good job that will sustain me, and like I'm actually not as passionate about this as I thought, because I love going outside, I love hiking, I love doing all of that, but I think it's something more of like leisure time for me, so I think I like to have that kind of separate from my work life. So I figured that out, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I'm literally about to be a senior, and that was in the fall. I had a whole mental breakdown. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I got broken up with, some family drama happened. I ended up just dropping out in the middle of the semester, which, yeah, no, that's not the smartest, but it was needed because I was on the verge of like a breakdown. So I dropped out and I started working at my restaurant job full time, which was absolutely hell and took so much of a mental toll on me. I was like, I hate my life right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I started paying my own bills and stuff, because I was in college, and it was just very much a reality check. I kind of fell into depression and just really didn't want to do much, was not motivated. I started YouTube again because I was like, you know what, I dropped out. I've always wanted to do this. I've never prioritized it. I've always like made videos, edited them, and then never post them. And it's like, you just need to post it. That's all you have to do. I've always like made videos, and I was like, why don't I just do it? So in the spur of my depression era in the winter, and it was also winter, it was a really bad winter. I couldn't afford to snowboard. I couldn't afford to do anything but work. And I had Tucker, which made things a lot better. It was still just really rough. I worked at my job, and oh, hi Tuck. Oh my god, I'm like literally lagging right now. I get so distracted so easily. I'll be in the middle of telling a story. The amount of cuts this is gonna take to edit, but it's totally fine. I was working my job full time, was really depressed. I had Tucker, and that was great. And then I started doing some YouTube videos, and I just was so bummed about everything in life that I just didn't even want to make YouTube videos. And I had I did and I didn't. It was like a weird place I was in. Like, I didn't have motivation to edit them. I didn't have motivation to film them. I didn't have motivation for everything. Or for anything. All I did was work, come home, and sleep. It just was like not great. And then things started to look a little bit better. I was going to be turning 21, and I was like, okay, at least I can like go out to the bars. I'm not a big drinker anymore as I was freshman. Not that I did that freshman year, but if I did, I just like wasn't, I was excited to at least go to the bars, hang out in like more of an adult setting. So that was really great, and that kind of made me a little bit happier. I saw a role model. I had a really good birthday party. Things were looking up. And then a really bad situation happened on my birthday. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I'm in another rut. This is fantastic. Then everything in my life just started to go downhill. It was like just out of nowhere. I was the brokest I've ever been. I was stressed if I was even going to feed myself. It was just a really stressful time. And I was like, oh my god, what is happening? I need to pull myself out of this, because if not, I will not survive. I started doing better. I got into a relationship, and it really like made me feel better. I was like, oh, like maybe I could be in a relationship. That was the first relationship I've been in 5 years, and it was really good. And then he broke up with me, which, like, no hate to him at all. I wish him nothing but the best. Just our circumstances didn't work out. We were long distance. That was really hard for both of us. It was just like things were finally good, and then they came crashing down again. It was just like an up, down, up, down. And I got a tarot card reading from my friend Devin, and she literally told me that it was going to be a whole up and down. And I didn't believe her until now. Well, I always believe tarot, but it's weird to see that come true. Water break. Anywho, that was good, and then it went down. And then I got Miku, and I was so excited. I was watching 3 cats, which was insane, and I felt like a full-time mother while I was also babysitting. And then, in the midst of all of that, I lost my job. So, not only was I the brokest I've ever been, I didn't have a job besides babysitting, which, that's not the most money. That's not a salary job. Salary job. Like, I can't live off of that. And so it was really rough. At the same time, I was also trying to find a new apartment to get out of this one. And it was, oh my god, it was so bad. I literally woke up every day and went to any single restaurant that was open, and I was like, hey, I really could use a job, blah 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 blah. And it was really good. I left my old job. Like, it was very much needed, and it kind of was like not really me getting fired, but more of like, hey Laura, like, you are not doing well here, you should probably go somewhere else. Whole situation's kind of weird, but in the end, I'm very glad it happened, even though it was so stressful. I finally got a job interview, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And I've been working there, and it's been great. It's been fantastic. I've been really enjoying it, but it is so tiring. I thought my last restaurant job was hard. This one is like kind of fine dining, so it's a little bit more difficult, and I definitely get way more exhausted with it. That's all I do. I work. But with this job I get weekends, which is really nice. Not weekends, but we get Tuesday, Wednesday off. I mean, I guess that leads me to where I am now. That was like, I guess, a little recap of my life. I guess like the past, I guess my adult life. Yeah, as for now, I am working at the job, and I'm really wanting to make YouTube my full-time passion and everything, and there's so much I want to do. Depending on if we can grow this channel, I want to do so much more with it. I'm very passionate in helping people, and I want to kind of make a series regarding things like that, or just a series talking about the human experience, which you've seen a couple of those. And I don't know, I think if we like really build it, we can really go somewhere far with this, and it would be so awesome. What I decided I want to do with the rest of my life, you know, when I think of, you know, my future, I'm like, okay, I want to create videos, I want to record something. I've always been really big on cinematography and how shots look and stuff like that. Obviously mine aren't perfect. I'm filming on a Canon, which I'm very glad I have, but I don't have like the vlogger setup. Like, this is, thank God I have this camera. I'll film on my phone sometimes. It's not the best. Am I done with my makeup? Yeah, I guess I really don't do makeup. That's it. Where's my... Oh, I'm gonna just fix my eyebrows. That's kind of what I want to do. I've just been working, YouTube, babysitting, and, you know, doing social media and trying to figure that out. And, I mean, I don't know what I want to do. I mean, if I go back to school, I'd probably go back for film. But, I don't know. I'm really starting to feel good about things. And I'm really thinking that things are starting to get better. That's a little bit about me. So now when you watch my videos, you're like, who is this girl? Where did she come from? I'm also from New Jersey. Shout out Jersey. I don't have the accent. So, yeah. Jersey, Florida, North Carolina. And then one day I want to move to New York. And then Maine. Or somewhere on the East Coast. I'm not a West Coast girly. I've never been. I gotta go take my cats to the vet because they have worms. But it's been great, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I answered some more questions, or, you know, kind of thoughts people have been having about me, whatever, just to try to understand me a little bit more. If you want to do like a Q&A, we could do that. I don't know if that many people would be interested in it, but if you so are, let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.